With every driver having completed 2 rounds so far in the sprint competition, let's catch up on the points. And it's a comfortable lead with 2 wins for Danny Harwood for Pontefract Punishers. Joe Bailey for Brentwood Bandits in second, and Carl Parkin leads the rest of the field in a narrow squeeze. In the teams competition, Birmingham Wheels lead Throttle Warriors, who have a narrow advantage over Teesside Tigers and Teesside Angry Birds. Rolling up then for the beginning of Heat 7, and it's Colin Peacock for Stockton Sprinters in pole position, and Peter Hoyt on grid 2 for Playscape Players. And looking at the points competition, we've got to look out for Teesside Angry Birds, Catherine Richard on grid 8, Throttle Warriors Jay Taylor on grid 13, Austin Davis and Miles Reitman in the team sports cart start towards the rear, with Rob Newman starting Pontefract Punishers from their customary back of the grid starting spot. Under starters orders and waiting for the green flag, and we're racing at Langbar. Down to turn 1, Colin Peacock leads for Stockton Sprinters. Peter Hoyt trying to go round the outside for Playscape Players. It hasn't worked so far, and it hasn't worked now. Richard Ware sliding into 3rd place for Cosley Cougars. Vernon McCallum for Loopy Pistons leads in 4th place, and he's looking for 3rd as Ware goes down the inside of Hoyt in a hairpin too. But Hoyt's got the momentum, and he's going to hang on to that spot down to South Bank Bend. Chris Dennis looking to the inside of Georgie Davis for Lakeside Lions. Brentwood Bandits again looking up the inside. Here comes Jay Taylor, and he forces his way through and opens the door for Ollie Brown in Birmingham Wheels. Austin Munday demotes Dennis as well. Tom MacDonald in Teesside Tigers. Off his bumper, he's got Austin Davis in 21, the team sports car. Over start finish, 3 wide down to turn 1. Could end in tears. Up front, Peacock still leads from Hoyt. And Richard Ware's looking down the inside for Cosley Cougars. He thought about throwing up the inside, couldn't get it done. Miles Reitman now, fighting with Lakeside Lions. Oh, heavy contact from Johnny Spencer in Atherton Bulls. And there's a change coming for second. Richard Ware moves Cougars past Peter Hoyt. Vernon McCallum stays in 4th place for Leeds. Tipping into hairpin 3. Looking pretty busy back here. That's Miles Reitman being run out wide in the midfield. Ware looks over his shoulder. It's Peter Hoyt and Vernon McCallum. And look behind. Jay Taylor from Throttle Warriors closing quickly on Vernon McCallum. Takes a look down the inside. He was looking to get away with that one. Miles Reitman moving Chris Dennis out of the way in Brentwood Bandits. McCallum down the inside of Hoyt, and he's through to 3rd place, and Jay Taylor's coming with him. He's running Hoyt out wide. Oh, and nearly puts him off the track, and Austin Munday jumps through for Leicester. So Jay Taylor moves up to 3rd. McCallum looking to get back on his bumper before Munday arrives. Ollie Brown giving the signal to Johnny Spencer to follow. Rob Newman in the Orange League closing quickly. He's got ahead of Peter Hoyt. Ollie Brown forcing his way past Munday. Newman up the inside of Atherton Bulls. Rob Newman moving forward from the back of the grid. And Munday's lining up Ollie Brown for turn 1, and here comes Rob Newman. Rob Newman trying to look down the inside, and he's through on Ollie Brown. And Munday comes back under him. Great racing in the Elite Karting League. Pontefract Punishers, Rob Newman down the inside of Austin Munday. Oh, shuffles him out the way. Fairly heavy hit. Gives him a wave to say sorry. I don't think that'll be enough. It's been seen that could be a penalty for Pontefract Punishers. Peter Hoyt now trying to find a way past Atherton Bulls. Johnny Spencer as they go round the big bend and down a hairpin 3. Here comes Miles Reitman backing it in on the brakes. Ollie Brown trying to go through with him, but Hoyt will have the inside for hairpin 4. Ollie Brown will try the undercut. He's got the momentum, and he's running Peter Hoyt out of it. Up front, Jay Taylor's past Richard Ware, and is closing in on Colin Peacock. Round the outside is a brave way to go by Jay Taylor for Throttle Warriors, and he can't get it done. Now he tries the undercut. Oh, side by side with Peacock, not wanting to give it up. It's a 3-way dice for the lead of Heat 7. Taylor goes narrow, partly to hold off Ware, partly to put off Colin Peacock. Peacock stays in front. He's going narrow into South Bank Bend, and look at Rob Newman closing in on Richard Ware. Newman looking for 3rd. Ware goes narrow. Everybody goes narrow in the hairpin 3. Ware goes to the inside. Can't get a move on Taylor. So Colin Peacock backing up the field. Austin Mundy's now in the mix. He's overtaken Newman, but he's on the outside over start finish. Jay Taylor looking down the inside. Peacock so narrow into turn one. He's pushed out of it, and it's an arm-waving exercise. I'm not sure what that's about. But Taylor's in front ahead of Rob Newman. Richard Ware, Austin Mundy. Colin Peacock's been run out to about 6th place. He's just ahead of Vernon McCallum and behind Miles Reitman. Reitman putting a move on Austin Mundy. Jay Taylor making a break for it while he can. Rob Newman in second. The two of them have pulled away through the first complex. Down the hairpin 3, Taylor's gone narrow. Spencer down the inside. Whoa, goes a long way in. And Austin Mundy takes it on the exit. Reitman, Richard Ware, Johnny Spencer. It's a revolving door, and look behind. Austin Davis is closing in, and Colin Peacock's not run out of this one yet. But look at the lead that the leading duo have got as Ware goes on the defensive. Ware goes now into turn one. Miles Reitman on his bumper. Austin Davis pushing his way past Johnny Spencer for Team Sport. So Team Sport 2 coming through the field. Peter Hoyt looks to the inside of Colin Peacock, can't get it done. They've now demoted Vernon McCallum. He's out of the top 10. Spencer pushing Austin Davis, and Austin Davis is pushing his teammate Miles Reitman past Richard Ware. Austin Davis has got harder job to do now. He's going to try and go round the outside of Richard Ware and Coasley Cougars. It's a difficult job, but he's done it. Great move from Austin Davis. And following on is Johnny Spencer, who shows Richard Ware the exit. Austin Davis comes through in 5th place. And ahead of Johnny Spencer, Richard Ware trying to hold off Colin Peacock. Peter Hoyt up the inside. Georgie Davis for Lakeside Lions and Sam White for Elite Karts in behind. Back with our leaders, Jay Taylor under pressure from Rob Newman from Pontefract Punishers, and once again the Pontefract team have come from the back of the grid. But it's Jay Taylor off grid 13, leading on to lap 9. Unable to break the string to Rob Newman, who's down the inside. What a good move. What a good clean move from Robert Newman. Austin Mundy in 3rd, Miles Reitman 4, Austin Davis trying to break the string to Johnny Spencer. Mark Asher in 13th, looking at the bumper of Sam White. Down the inside, gets his nose in, can't get it done. Vernon McCallum takes the clever route round the outside, will use his momentum to go through to 13th. So more work for Asher to do. Coming round to start the final lap of Heat 7. Jay Taylor on the bumper of Rob Newman as Newman leads. Flashing past the final lap board. Newman takes a look over his right shoulder. And Taylor is right there, rubbing his nose across the bumper. Into the S's. He's going to shoot it up the inside into hairpin 1. Not close enough, and Newman's got it covered. Sliding it in, scrubbing off a little bit of speed. That gives Taylor a chance up the inside of hairpin 2. Half a car width and he's through. 2 main braking areas to go. Newman hard on his bumper and looking at the inside of South Bank Bend. Well, I'm sure Taylor didn't expect that. 2 corners from the finish. Newman's so narrow this time. He's going to lose momentum off the corner. Taylor's going to have a wide turn in. Can he try the crisscross and the run to the line? Side by side, it's a drag race. And the road now goes in Newman's favour. Rob Newman takes the win on the road, but he has indeed picked up a penalty that promotes Jay Taylor and Austin Mundy. Gareth Rogers caught up with the Pontefract Punisher before he found out about his own punishment.
It was wheel to wheel. Tell us about that last lap, particularly that last stretch to the checkered flag. That was tight.
Yeah, that was very hairy. Coming out of the last corner, I was right beside him and just managed to pull that straight and managed to pull that cart length on him to get into the lead.
It was an exciting finish. Tell us a little bit about yourself. What's your experience? Where are you from?
Well, I started racing at Raceway Karting when I was 8, and I've been racing since 2 years ago, and when I had a crash and I was out of it for about 2 years. This is my first pretty much proper outdoor race back.
And which part of the world are you from?
East Ardsley, Wakefield.
So any ambitions?
Yeah, of course. I've got, well, I want to be in Formula 1.